8 o'clock morning motivation mix on Viva on 3, the ATL's #1 hip hop R&B and throwbacks. Jazzy.
Yes, Tig.
Happy Monday, September 23rd, 72 degrees on our way up to a high of 91 in the studio. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Hey, Mona.
Hey.
Hey, Mona.
Scott is in the building. Mona Scott Young is in the building.
Mona Scott Young, Tressa Smallwood. Good morning, Tress.
Good morning.
Jussie Smollett.
Smollett.
Get closer.
What's up, Tigger?
What's happening? What's happening?
up,
Please
family?
keep going to the microphone. Big Tig, big things. So tell me about this movie, Lost Holiday. Somebody put me up on game. It's my understanding Vivica A. Fox is in it. We got Jabari Red. We got Jussie. I mean, this sounds like a time.
It's a time.
It was an amazing process and experience. Jussie co-wrote, directed, produced, and starred in this masterpiece.
Come on, lots
And
of
it
hats.
It's just a beautiful family movie. And Vivica A. Fox, you know, shout out to Vivica.
Yeah,
She's just stellar in the project. But yes, this dream team came together to support, you know, this vision that Jussie had for this project.
So, it's my understanding. Vivica's the mom.
Yes.
She comes home to a city to bury her son, unfortunately. Finds out he had a husband.
Yes.
Yes.
And all this other stuff about him that she didn't know as his mama.
Nothing. Exactly.
So this is a road and a world of discovery for the mama.
It is. It is. It's a whole thing of she learns a lot more about her son's life after his death than she knew about him when he was alive. And they had been estranged for almost a decade.
Oh, wow.
So she missed out a lot of her son's life. So for him to be taken away, it's really a movie about forgiveness. It's a movie about grace. It's a movie about, making amends. It's never too late to make amends. So here we are, and she's able to talk to her son without giving too much away, able to talk to her son and really make peace with what, she had done in the past.
Nice. Now, who came up with the actual concept? Was this your concept, or was it Tressa's, Mona's?
No, I actually came up with it about 8 years ago.
Oh, 8.
And have been developing it. Was really inspired by my mom's story, who, being a black woman, married into a non-black family, and it was not always easy for her to navigate that.
Okay.
And then I look at when my father passed, the exact day that Empire first aired on television. I don't think a lot of people know that. But watching my mother and the bond that since he passed, and they had been separated, but the bond that she created with my father's mother after his passing, and the way that somehow is so full of grace and is so full of love, and you see them together now and they're homies, and you're just like, wow, this could have been so incredible during life. But here we are, but it's never too late, So, and then on top of that, being a queer man and seeing so many of my mentors that are older and have, especially during the AIDS pandemic, of being affected by them losing a partner and not necessarily being able to be there in the room, or being rejected or kind of extracted from that person's legacy by their family when they come back into the picture. So all of those things really inspired me. We developed it for 8 years, and then asked Vivica about 3 years ago to be a part of it.
Okay.
Mona had jumped on B-Boy Blues after it was done, but this one, she was on board from the get. She was like, we got to talk to Tressa. We talked to Tressa. I pitched it to Tressa. Tressa was like, I'm on. So it's just, I'm being held up and pushed by these incredible black women that are just, just go.
Lifted up and held down.
I love it.
Absolutely.
Amen.
Yeah, absolutely. And what I love about this project is, it's centered around a same-sex couple and the mother's discovery of her son's, orientation and stuff, but it is so relatable across the board.
Right.
The feedback we screened at ABFF in Miami and London, and the feedback has been so tremendous because the themes are universal, right? Like Jussie said, love, forgiveness, reconciliation. But then it's funny and it's heartwarming. So it's not like this depressingly sad, because Miss Vivica gonna break.
Yes, she is.
And she owns the screen from the moment she steps in. I mean, all of the performances by the entire cast, just absolutely stellar. But Vivica owns that role, and it's gonna be a classic. It's not a holiday Holiday.
award winning for sure.
Oh, there you go from your lips, girl.
Okay. That's how
Tressa
you
said
speak
it.
in man
Tressa said it.
We aim to not make a film that Vivica Fox was in. We aim to make a classic Vivica Fox film.
Nice.
That's what we aim to do, and I feel like that's what we accomplished. She's the one that says, we were doing press the other day, and she's sitting there and she says, oh, it gives me the same feeling of soul food. And I was like, whoa. You know, so it's been
Very
a blessing.
impactful.
Yes.
You know, because there are people, first of all, when you make independent films, people think you're going to fail. But when you pull together the right cast, the right themes, this movie is so relatable to everybody. Every person who walks in and they look at it, they're going to find themselves somewhere in it, whether it's an estranged relationship with a family member, whether it's a judgmental family member, whether it's forgiveness, whatever it is. Everybody leaves there going, wow, I didn't think this was going to relate to me in
laugh,
this way.
you cry, you come out, it's a roller coaster of emotions.
All
You come
those
out
emotions.
feeling
It's real
great.
life.
And we're going to blame you all for having us cry,
Absolutely.
laugh,
Can't
and
wait.
picking up the phone
That's
and calling somebody we
it's
haven't talked to in
supposed
10
to
years.
do. Yes, you're supposed to feel.
Okay.
Mona
Good.
Scott Young. We
Yes,
got
my
Tressa
love.
Smallwood, Jussie Smollett in the building. Listen, the movie's called Lost Holiday. Follow them on their social at The Lost Holiday,
With
2
2
L's.
Ls. Yes, sir.
And it's coming to limited theater September 27th. We will be back with more with them three and we on V103. Mona Scott Young, Tressa Smallwood, Jussie Smollett in the building. We are talking about Lost Holiday coming to limited theaters this Friday, September 27th. Follow them on their social page at The Lost Holiday with 2 L's. You hear me?
That's right.
You dig? Jussie, you have successfully completed rehab. I know your case is still on appeal, but do you feel like the public has moved on, forgiven, and forgotten the incident in 2019?
I don't know. I guess we're going to see.
What is your best wish for that?
I guess my best wish is for everyone to know that I stand by what I've always said, which is I had nothing to do with that, of course. But at the same time, I understand the narrative that people have. So just hopefully they understand that I stand by the truth, not just my truth, but the truth. Always have, never switched up, never changed my story. And I got to work. I mean, that's real. This is how I make my living. So I'm a creator. I'm an artist. So just being as transparent as I can. This is how I make my living. I'm just out here working, supporting my family like everyone else. And hopefully people love what we put out. And for the people that don't, it's cool. I mean that. I don't mean that in a way of like in a shady way. I genuinely mean that it's okay. It's okay. We can coexist in a world and not deal with each other. That's fine.
Absolutely, because
That's
everybody
okay.
ain't gonna like it,
Everybody
you know,
ain't gonna like it,
and that
that's
should be
it.
okay.
No, everybody gonna like this movie. though.
Yeah, everybody will definitely like the movie.
Because the one thing that is undeniable is this is a super talented brother. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, yeah.
The writing, the directing, the acting, and imagine being, doing all three simultaneously. So that's the one thing that no matter what your opinion is, you just cannot take away. So,
Amen.
yeah.
Absolutely.
No, absolutely.
Absolutely.
I think also we live in a society now where everybody is trying to figure out how to bring somebody else down. Where it's like,
Without question.
But that's really what's going on now. Instead of saying, hey, you know what? If I don't support somebody, keep my mouth closed. There's something else that you can focus on, right? One of the reasons why I think Mona and I do so well in our just in the business world, we focus on us. There could be 50 million things going on with all of these different opinions. And we'll talk, and we're like, "Oh, we moved on because we focusing on us. We need to worry about our lives. Everybody got some stuff that they have to deal with.
Please believe
And
it.
you get your turn, that's right?
So you definitely have to have that tunnel vision where you don't look to the left or to the right.
Yep.
One question, I know Lee Daniels just recently did an interview and he said he would love to work with you again. Sure. Are you open to that?
I mean, Lee knows I love him. I love Lee. Lee gave me an opportunity that I will forever be grateful for. It certainly is not something that I want to like mediate in the public.
Okay.
It certainly is. He's someone that I love, and you'll never hear me say a bad word about that man in public.
I
Ever.
love it.
Ever.
Yeah, y'all gonna pick up the phone and call each other.
I mean, we chat when we chat.
Good,
And,
okay.
There's definitely some conversations to have, but that's a relationship that I genuinely care about. So it's something that is it's precious to me. So it's no pun intended.
I see what you did there. I see what you did there.
At the same time, it truly is important to me. So,
Right.
you know, it's something that I hold dear to my heart.
Love
It's
it.
like a second father to me. So, you know, we'll get it together.
Mona
love
Scott
it.
Young, Tressa Smallwood, Jussie Smollett in the building. The movie's called The Lost Holiday, coming to limited theaters September 27th. Again, follow them on their social page at The Lost Holiday. I know you got new music on the way, sir.
I know,
Dude, dropping
right?
tomorrow.
Come
There's a single
on.
dropping tomorrow
Come
called
on.
My Mind.
Music in the movie.
Yes,
Yeah,
this
okay,
song
it
that's
is?
dropping tomorrow is in the movie. There's like 4 of my songs in the movie, along
Nice.
with incredible
Come
artists,
on.
Adeve and Melody Ray and Tone Stith and Robin Hood. Just
Come
a
on.
lot of incredible artists on
Amen.
there. So we're doing it.
Well, I love you all. I wish you all well.
Thank you.
Listen,
Absolutely.
The
You
Lost
gonna see the
Holiday.
movie, too?
Yeah, you know I'm going to see a
Okay,
movie.
see the movie, then
you
talk
know
about
I'm
it.
going to see it.
Of course.
I ain't going to cry.
Right.
I ain't going to cry, though.
I thought that I'm going to blame
They're gonna be
them.
tears of joy.
Okay, okay, good.
It's
Listen,
a
we
hopeful
need more
film.
joy.
There
We
it
need
is.
Yeah.
more reconciliation, more understanding, more
We do.
grace.
And the world
more
is not
support.
coming to an end. The world is healing itself. We just gotta
Absolutely. I
remember
love
that
it.
and just keep it moving.
Mona
That's all.
Scott Young, Tressa Smallwood, Jussie Smollett. Again, the movie The Lost Holiday in theaters September 27th. Great to see y'all. When we come back, somebody getting free money next on V103.
Me.